It appears I haven't shown you everything, and part of the information is a breakdown about strongholds within the game. I haven't seen the video myself, so I'm going to be watching it live with you. So stick with me. Let's go through live stream and developer update regards to breakdown of strongholds.
Strongholds themselves is a brand new feature within Diablo 4.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So conceptually, strongholds, they are places of importance to the world and the people of Sanctuary that have been overrun by evil. Pretty simple, right? The way this ends up working in practice is as you're exploring and navigating the huge world of Diablo 4 in Sanctuary, there will be multiple strongholds in every.
So I believe like strongholds is like a city. As if you remember from the cinematics and from the developer update that happened previously, they said that Sanctuary gonna be a huge place. So I believe if you recall Diablo 1, the whole world was around one big temple that you are diving deep into, so the big church. And this, when they're referring to Sanctuary, is gonna have like a hubs where you can trade, where you can do certain things. I believe this is that. Let's just hear them out furthermore.
In each of our 5 zones for you to discover, these are completely unique. So each stronghold is a unique location. They have different stories. They have different gameplay objectives, bosses. Even some of the rewards are unique to each specific stronghold. So much like our campaign, these are private experiences. They're just for you or you and your party if you choose to bring some friends. So once you've completed the stronghold, then the space becomes something that we refer to as a public space, where you then might encounter and interact with other players if you want.
Okay, so basically you need to find through the place in order for you so you could unlock it. And after you unlock the certain portion of that hub, of that stronghold, then you'll be able to see other players. So it's like, if you recall Diablo 3 at the very start of the game, you need to kill several monsters in order for you, so you could enter the city. So that's more or less, I believe that's what they are talking about. Also, while I was listening, I couldn't really not look too much on the sculpture of Baal right behind one of the devs here, dev leads. This one there and Michael. I'm not sure how to recall it, but this is the latest one. I think this one costs around $1,000. It's really cool to showcase such items. Nice. Oh, and also, how did I forget, is the shirt. Yeah. And this is the stuff of, I don't know.
That's cool. So, like, what type of spaces can strongholds themselves end up kind of like changing to after you end up encountering them and maybe like conquering them or going through them yourself?
Yeah, so that's like actually one of the things that I'm most excited to talk about the system is that when you conquer a stronghold, there's a lasting impact on the world, and we actually unlock a bunch of additional content for you to explore and engage with after the fact. But I think I want to talk about that a little bit later.
All right. I think we have footage as well for the stronghold.
Show us the footage.
Kind of throw up here, and maybe we can explain like what players are kind of experiencing, or like what they would experience when they're going through a stronghold.
You brought a clip?
Yeah, I did. I found it.
Nice.
I found a clip.
Oh, nice, nice.
Found a clip.
Yeah.
The pigeon. Can you see the chit? Oh, I can't see the
The
pigeon.
stronghold you're looking at here.
There we go. The one's flying.
This is called Hope's Light.
Hope's Light.
Kind of in the jagged shores of northern Scotland, there's this great lighthouse,
Whoa.
And its flame has been extinguished. The port town of Merwin nearby is particularly affected. It's the only port town in all of Scotland. They consider this a sacred place, and obviously the sailors of these perilous waters, they kind of rely on the lighthouse to navigate. So your kind of high-level objective is just to find a path through to the lighthouse and figure out what happened.
Okay.
And as the player, when you arrive there, you notice the drowned have risen. The drowned are this brand new monster.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
Monster family in Diablo 4. They're these super mysterious creatures that kind of shamble up onto the shores from the depths of the sea. And they drag these like bells and mysterious idols with them. Nobody really knows like who they are or what they want. But one of the other things that we're super excited to kind of do with Strongholds is to try and showcase these monster families, kind of give you a glimpse into what they're about.
Okay.
Because I know like BlizzCon, we
I don't know. So far, for me, it looks like they're just creating a backstory for each and every individual monster and trying to combine them into the lore of Diablo existence. I think this is very good, a good idea, and it helps not only players but player base that is interested in the history behind Diablo and how, why, when this thing is happening and occurring. That really helps it out. Again, I'm not surprised that Blizzard is doing this. They're famous for creating stories. We are all aware and familiar of stories such as World of Warcraft, StarCraft. It's amazing storylines. So Diablo being left off without storyline, without lore, it wouldn't be Blizzard. It's their thing. They're very good at it.
Actually, BlizzCon 2019, when we revealed Diablo 4, we actually did showcase the Drown for the first time. And then since then, I know we had a quarterly update blog that talked a little bit about monster families, where we even talked about like familiars, for instance, and so forth that were up there. But like, yeah, this is kind of like the first like updated look I think people are seeing of the Drowned here in a stronghold, which is really cool to see.
Okay.
Legendary.
Yeah, legendary and some debuff on the head. It's like broken chains, like a weakened attack speed.
I never even knew what it was because I was playing with the UI off. So. But actually, that might be going back to kind of strongholds at the system level, and kind of like why you, the player, might care. So strongholds, they provide you with a lot of really awesome rewards. Obviously, you slay a bunch of monsters, you kill a boss, you're going to get a bunch of XP and loot. Beyond that, strongholds also reward you with a high amount of renown. Renown is a new system in Diablo 4. And just to quickly summarize that, renown it rewards you with engaging with various open world activities. You gain renown in each of the 5 regions of the game. And when you hit certain milestones of renown, you'll get rewards. You'll get really cool stuff like additional potion charges, skill points, even paragon.
Okay, so I think he is referring to renowns as being one of the mechanics. I think that one of the MMOs are famous for is the daily quests. So this is very obvious. There's going to be a limit how much of world activities you can do, and within a certain limit, for example, you can do certain strongholds. I'm guessing certain strongholds within like 2 strongholds in a day, and afterwards, if you repeat them, your rewards will be drastically reduced, or you will not get the same rewards as you would normally get. And it's like it would be silly just to do them at all. So I believe this is creation of a world environment and incentive to make a party play and community building around certain objectives. It may be achievement based, it may be collective item based quests within the game. I'm not too sure, it doesn't reveal too much. However, we're very close to launch. I believe that more and more information will be revealed, so let's keep our eyes open and ears very wide.
On points at the later milestones. So yeah, but beyond all this, like strictly, gold, XP, loot, renown, beyond strictly character progression stuff, I mentioned before, conquering a stronghold has a lasting impact on the world and unlocks a bunch of additional content.
Okay, additional content. Go on.
Completed a stronghold, and in some cases you've kind of cleansed the evil as much as it can be in a world like Sanctuary. People feel safe to come back, and so some strongholds will actually become towns after they'll have vendors, points. Other strongholds might unlock a shortcut path to a different area. A waypoint, side quests. Many strongholds actually unlock dungeons. So if you are hunting for aspects in the Codex of Power, or you're engaging with the Whispers of the Dead or Nightmare Dungeons endgame systems, you're probably really going to want to discover these.
That's awesome.
That's absolutely awesome. So it means like more of the world you will discover. So more of the levels you go through, more of the towns, and in this case strongholds, you will unlock within the world of Sanctuary. and it will allow you like internal like mini dungeons, mini contents, mini maps as in Path of Exile, so you could navigate or just circle through, I believe.
So yeah, like just like the last stream we had, we talked a little bit about the Codex of Power. So and you know, obviously going through dungeons ends up unlocking or finding new codexes. So yeah.
Codexes. What's the purpose of the codexes?
Yeah, actually completing Strongholds will unlock new dungeons that will let you get more codex or more powers within your codex itself. So it kind of like opens up more and more, especially with Strongholds itself. That's awesome. And, and the fact that it's a lasting impact on the world is pretty crazy.
I don't really understand the lasting impact of the world. Is it lasting impact on the online world or your playthrough?
Can you see Strongholds like on the map, like as you're kind of like traversing through Sanctuary?
Yeah, absolutely. Just so like any other area of the game, you know, it starts as kind of undiscovered space, and then once you've discovered it, they show up on the map.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Hey, there's a cool piece of content for you to go do here.
Shrines.
Nice. And then players themselves will see tons of these all throughout, all of, like as Sanctuary that they can actually either maybe like do a little bit later or come back to and so forth from that side. Yeah,
absolutely. There, like I said, there's multiple strongholds in every region, and one of the, so strongholds actually have a minimum level. So you might actually you know, discover one that you're just under leveled for. There's nothing stopping you from taking it on, but you're probably gonna die
unless you're playing hardcore. And then you probably don't.
Then you make a new character.
That's good. That's the thing. I like the thing where you can rush through levels, and at the end you're gonna end up in the stronger spot that you're supposed to be, and that not only means that you're the world is open to you, openly exploring it, but it also gives you ability to exploit enemies, be stronger than you're used to be, and just play a game every time faster and faster because you gain knowledge of the game. And this is, I think, a very cool thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's when you question it a little bit. Yeah. So, and that's another question we get a lot is like, is hardcore going to be in Diablo 4? And yes, it will be. So that's when you would question the idea of wanting to try to conquer a stronghold at a lower level. So, but yeah, with the and a lot, again, this is just a brand new feature for Diablo 4 in itself. So it actually allows you to essentially just continue to add additional content to the game and change the world completely, because the fact that you can actually get new waypoints or you know, a whole new town that you can actually interact with new, you know, vendors and so forth from that side is also just completely.
But it kind of, I don't know, kind of reminds me of Path of Exile. So different map, different towns, and different towns, different vendors. I don't think that, well, Diablo had similar things since Diablo 2. Different towns had more or less vendors. So since they are highlighting this, I believe this is gonna be very reflective and very different from what I can imagine. I just hope that they don't create like a barriers of entry where you can't move through places and there's not going to be any sort of teleport or way for you to travel. I hope there's not going to be any sort of payment if you want to travel from place A to place B, and such thing will be like encouraged so you could explore more, but not only explore additional content that you need to push through the levels, but in order for you to could grind better gear, you could go to earlier levels, get good loot, and go to the stronger levels, stronger content that you could explore and be sufficient there, so you could farm and kill players and, well, enemies, demons, normally, right?
Like game changing from that.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of the new content that you unlock, it is also kind of like part of the renown system. So you complete a stronghold and you get you know, side quests and dungeons, and all these things also feed into the renown system. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Kind of completing a stronghold is kind of like only half of the feature, right?
Yeah.
The other half is all the additional stuff that gets unlocked afterwards.
That's very cool. Yeah, Strongholds is sounding awesome. I know, like, myself, I mean, I played the game. People will be able to play it really soon, but the person.
So cool for them, they can just play the game. We need to wait for the release.
of working at
You heard
Blizzard.
it here first. We play the game.
We play the game. The perks of working at Blizzard. But yeah, it most definitely is a cool feature, and I had Strongholds completely change like the whole entire map, and just having like even closer to wherever you need to go for a dungeon is also really great to have. So. Of course, an art provided here, this footage here of a barbarian kind of going through. And I know this barbarian has got like some legendary type of gear and like some unique skills and so forth that are like kind of modified based off the gear. So trying to show off a little bit of a higher level barbarian for
Okay.
because Barb's just a ton of fun to play.
Yeah, super fun.
Cool. Well, I know that we kind of went over a little bit about armor systems and the strongholds themselves. We do a lot of the feedback from the last stream is like people were hoping that we spend a little bit more time on Q&A.
Amazing. I don't know. I was watching it till the very end. So yeah, that's it. That's the breakdown of the Strongholds and Diablo 4. I hope that you like this content. So yeah, that was the Strongholds. I learned a lot. You learned a lot too. Let's head out to the next video. This video should be placed here. We learned a lot. Let's learn some more. Learning is power, and we need more power. Strongholds.